Well, hello and welcome back to the series on how to use some of the most important Excel features and functions. And yeah, so thank you for joining me. This is our seventh video. Today we're going to talk about data validation. So far we have covered VLOOKUP functions, data table, conditional formatting, solver, and our last video we talked about sum if statements. And we're going to continue on that one because we're going to mix it up and implement the data validation features. But as you can see in my first 6 videos, I have a link that will take me straight to the tab that I want to go to. So I'm gonna just give you a quick tip on that. All you do is you select the cell you're looking for and then right click, and then down here at the bottom the very last option you have is link. You click on that one and you just link it to whatever you want. You could put a website, you could put a document, you could put anything. Okay, so in this case we're gonna place the link in this document, and I wanna link it straight to SumIf because that's where we're gonna be working in this case. Okay, so let's click on data validation. Boom, we're here. Welcome ladies and gentlemen to the same tab that you saw in the previous video. If you haven't watched that video, please go back and watch it. I highly recommend it. But let's get to it. As you remember, in the very last part of the video, what we had was a very cool drop-down list displaying our available departments, and every time we selected one, we could see the total expenditure on that department based on salaries. Okay, it is super cool. We could do this for hours, but no, I have to teach you how to do that. So let me just copy this part and paste it here, and we're gonna do search for a specific city. Okay, how do we implement a data validation? There are several ways to do it, but we're gonna discuss a few of them today. The very first thing we do is we select the cell where we want to include data validation features. Then we go to home. Okay, we go to data, and over here we have data tools, and this one right here, it's called data validation. So we're gonna click on that one, and we have this tab over here open, and let's take a look at it and see what it offers. It says validation criteria: allow any value. No, we don't want to allow any value. What is it that we want to do? Do we want that cell to contain specific whole numbers, decimal numbers, maybe a list, just dates, time, text, or make it custom? For this video we're gonna use a list, and then the next thing they ask you is, okay, which one is the list that you want to show or display in this drop down list? So as mentioned, we're gonna use all of this because those are the cities we have available. We click here, and then here is another feature. We could have an input message. We could, if one of the users is using this for the first time, we can tell them something, whatever we want, or we could give them an error alert if they entered a value that does not match our criteria. So for example, we could say wrong selection, and the message: please select city from drop down list. Okay, let me see that everything is correct. It works. Let's click OK, and let's see what happens. Right here we already have all the cities displayed. That is amazing. But what happens if someone comes here and types New York? Oops. Then they get the error, and it says wrong selection, please select a city from the drop down list. Let's retry it. Oops, it's not working, so I have to delete everything. Now I come here. Okay, awesome, it works now. Beautiful. But hey, look, I want this number right here. I want to know how much they're spending. Please refer back to the first and second video because that's where we discuss how to use VLOOKUP functions. But I'm just kidding, I'm gonna show you how to do it. So we do equals VLOOKUP. Remember, the VLOOKUP is gonna ask us for what are we looking for, where are we looking from, and what do we want in return. So what are we looking for? We're looking for whatever this cell says. Where do we want to look for it? Right here in this table that contains that information. And the second thing is, what do you want in return? Remember, we have column 1 and column 2, so we want column 2. Perfect. We come here, column 2, and then we do false. Boom. We could make this, we could give it a dollar sign so it looks better. Dollar sign. And awesome. Now our drop down list works and it's gonna display the information we're asking for. So if we come here, we select Dallas, boom, Dallas matches this one. Perfect. So we've created, in a sense, a small search bar that could be really useful whenever you have just a lot of data. Okay, I hope this made sense. If not, please, you know the drill, comment below and let me know what your questions are and I'll address them as soon as possible. But join me for our last video on pivot tables, and that's going to be the video where we wrap up the series on some of the most important features that Excel offers. I hope you're enjoying this and I hope you're learning from it. If not, comment below. We'll see what we can do about it. Okay?